What's up, y'all? You know what time it is? It's about to be that time.
Savage.
What's up, everybody? We're here. One Piece, 1096. God Valley. It's God Valley time, guys. Wow. Sorry for the change in time. I know this is much later than we normally stream on Sundays. Hey, look at all of that. Yes, this is the birthday stream for this year. Birthday is Tuesday, but the chances of me streaming on Tuesday pretty low. But thanks, guys. I'm excited. I get God Valley for my birthday this year. Thanks, Oda. Yeah. Chrissy had a wedding in New York, and she wasn't getting back until today, and she literally just got back like at 4 o'clock when I set the stream. So that's why I was a couple minutes late. So I said, gave her a hug and then ran in. It's One Piece time. It's Lucy B's birthday. Let's hit that birthday button again. Shout out to everybody's birthday, whose birthday it is. Oh, birthday drip, yeah. Every year, I gotta put on the birthday suit. That's what we do when it's the birthday stream. We get the birthday suit, but theoretically, probably would have worn a suit for this anyway, because it's God Valley. This is the kind of stuff you get suited up for. Well, I've kept you guys waiting long enough, so it's time to jump into this. We're over at viz.com. I was able to stay pretty much spoiler-free because I was just playing the Spider-Man game the past week. Nah, I didn't get spoiled. I mean, I saw a thumbnail that had like Kuma's fruit on it, so I mean, I don't know, but I mean, like, that's to be expected. Novum member for 28 months said happy birthday. Appreciate that. Okay.
You loyal.
Open up. Chrissy's in the chat. We got Zoro here with some chihuahuas. Playing musical chairs with chihuahuas, and he lost. He got lost finding his own. That's how bad Zoro is at at navigation. He got lost in a game of musical chairs. Shout out to Barry Motivated. Said first round is on me, Captain. Happy birthday. Shout out to Moogie for joining the channel. W's in the chat for Barry. Very motivated. Appreciate you. Okay, we're starting with a big spread here. we've already introduced the 13 super rare rabbits. They're worth 10,000 points each. So Garling only needs to catch one of these rabbits in order to, like, undo his handicap. That's kind of crazy. There are also 150 rare rabbits. One-hit kills will earn you an excellence bonus. We have some very fine prizes indeed for the champion. Shout out to Eric Veltri, member for 14 months. Said, love the birthday drip, Captain. Appreciate that. Enjoy the chapter. Oda prepared a 5-course meal of a chapter just for your birthday. Woo-hoo.
Another one.
Hey, you know, he had to make up for it. Because the Wano birthday chapter was Kinemon coming back. Doing all the fart noises and everything. So I need a banger. I need a banger.
It's about to get spicy.
Watch this, children. That trophy will belong to the Man-Mayer family. All right, we get names. Get names. You won't win this one, Garling. That mask. We've seen a couple of masks like that. Gladius, guy literally named Damask. The kid from Big Mom's Flashback. Is that the kid from Big Mom's Flashback? That'd be crazy. I doubt it. And Maha, right? You can't do this. It's unconscionable. Wake me up from this nightmare. Human beings shouldn't treat other humans as toys. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Not so fast, boys. Obey the rules. Meanwhile, there are 200 world noble hunters. No, my child. Oh, wait. Damn, Oda? First page, and we have already killed a child. Wow. Okay. The hunt will begin in an hour. Run and hide, rabbits. Are there really rabbits, or are they the rabbits? Let's see. I feel like this one girl underneath the guy with the mask is familiar. Alright, let's see. Navy head... Ooh, Kong! Rabbit season. Duck season. Rabbit season. The slaves are the rabbits, yeah. Alright. That's what I thought. Why such a remote island? I can't tell you. Please, Garp, just go. We're not certain yet, but we can't afford to take chances. Oh. Is this the Celestial Dragon's little field trip? I warned you not to mess with full of lead. Who listens to me? What does this have to do with full of lead? Also, we did talk about how interesting it would be if we saw Kong. So, we're seeing it. Is Garp on full of lead? I'll just read. That was treasure from Pirate Island. Of course they'll come back to get it. Oh. So the Marines, did they raid full of lead, give it to the Celestial Dragons? Now they're doing this whole thing at God Valley, and the Rocks Pirates are going back to get what was already theirs? Who leaked that information? Hey, they got plenty of security, right? Why the fear? Well, the thing is, we didn't think Roger would get involved. Lead with that next time. I'm going. Okay. So, we're really getting the omniscient point of view here, guys. I don't know. This might be the full flashback. Pirate Island, full of lead, new world. They got the jump on us. Right? The Rocks Pirates already left. We gotta catch up, come on. This is a huge deal in the pirating world. God Valley, West Blue. The island's surrounded. I've never seen this many Navy ships before. Of course there's no escape. The reality of this atrocity itself will be erased from history. They've concocted this sick murder game to drive off the inhabitants of this island so they can take its resources. Look at these people getting shot. Yeah. Would you believe that the 100,000 rabbits who live on this island will all be dead to the very last man in just 3 weeks? Puma's already got an arrow in his back? That's crazy. We got Ivankov. See, I like this, right? Because it's showing that not only are they hunting the slaves, but they're actually hunting the people of God Valley, like anybody that just happens to live there, right? So that opens the door for a lot of the stuff we were talking about, like potentially seeing Moria and a bunch of other like West Blue citizens that can just get involved in this. Get these likes up, guys. Is this real life or is this hell? But if we can survive the next 3 weeks, we'll be free. Stop dreaming, fool. The total number of survivors of these games combined is 0. Why would they tell us that just to give us hope? Because it's the hope that makes us struggle and run. What's so fun about killing people who only fall to the ground in abject despair? Don't waste your time dreaming of salvation. In this sick game, we have to escape the game itself. The most dangerous game. Alright, we got this action shot of Shanks' dad here. And St. Garland already has 100,000 points. Look at this guy. Wow. Alright. Is he going for the high value rabbits? It's crazy that they're just gonna ruin the word rabbit. This guy looks like Barto. Is he a fishman? Yes, it's off. Thanks for those mighty jaws, my shark fishman friend. Is this Arlong's dad? Watch, this is Arlong's dad or something. Yo, if it's Arlong's dad... Like, not only was he galvanized by everything else, his dad was a part of, like... God, oh, man. People in the chat are saying hack. Maybe, yeah, maybe it could be hack. Thank you. No one's ever said that to me before. The prizes for the event are key to our escape. Prizes? Is that Ginny? They've got one of the most powerful devil fruits in existence. It allows whoever eats it to transform into a mythical azure dragon. And also the pawpaw fruit, which allows the user to send others and themselves to distant islands. They're both here on God Valley. So now we know how Kuma and everybody else gets away. He's going to eat the fruit, and he's going to slap his friends, but he's not going to be able to slap Ginny in time. Hack is 1 year old. No, okay. It's not Hack. But Arlong's dad is still on the table. Yeah, I didn't have Hack on my list of people that made sense, so I'm not really that surprised here. If any of us can eat them, the dozens of us here can get past the Navy blockade and escape this hell. No, we can't. The prizes are in the center of the island. Ooh, we got a little Nami on our hands. Oh god. Saying is Ginny Nami's mom or grandma or something. But I'm a pro at thieving, tapping, and transmissions. 2 weeks ago, I managed to send a message about the island to the outside. Maybe someone heard it. She's the reason Rox shows up, huh? Brandon said, remember Randy Fishman don't have children of the same type of fish. Oh well. Anyway, for our plan, we're going to need a decoy. A moment of tension. Everybody looks around. I'll do it. Oh, on second thought, why does he look like Hody? Like, even gave him like the little, like Michael Jackson curl. I'm big and hardy, so I can survive longer than the others. I don't want to see anyone die anyway. Yeehaw! Well said, Kuma. I won't let them kill you. Let's get off of God Valley together. In the Dizza, in the shot where Kuma says, I'll do it, it really looks like Hack, and yeah, with the Jerry curl. Alright. Boom. What was that? It's the Rox Pirates, east of the island. Finally getting Rox. We're gonna get that Rox reveal. Rox reveal for the birthday. Let's go. It's the Rox Pirates, east of the island. But why? It's not just them either. There are more ships coming. They're all infamous pirates. Ooh. Just let your soul glow. I'm excited for like the people that could be here. This is it. This is my Smash Brothers right here. It's my Roman Empire. Let's figure this out. Why didn't we hear about this? What do they want? Fire cannons. You waste your time, Navy. Follow me, Rox Pirates. Ah. Damn, look at that figurehead. That's crazy. Okay. Look at this spread. Look at this spread. Not so fast, Rox. Who said I was your follower, fool? Oh, Newgate, not you too. So there's Bakin. We got Wolverine in the back. Have no idea who that guy is. Big Mom, not pregnant, so she just probably gave birth to Charlotte Montour. It's just a crazy thought there. I'll assume it's Finders Keepers. We got Shiki. Finally, you know, proving that he's canon here. We need to hit this. We got a 21-year-old Kaido. We got someone with multiple arms in the back. Is that going to be a Vanderdecken? There's Captain John doing the same pose from Thriller Bark to let you know that this is Captain John. Is that Shocky? With long hair? Long blonde hair? Or would this be a different Empress? I mean, it's gotta be Shocky, right? Wait, same to you, Gloriosa? Yeah! Oda does it again! Yes, that's the unexpected thing I wanted. Yes! Gloriosa? Yo! Granny was out here! Yes! Yo! Oh, man. We got Streusen in the cut, just making the panel in the corner. Oh my god. Oh, man. Oh my god. Is there anybody else I'm missing? There's somebody behind Prometheus. I don't know who that is. I don't know who Wolverine is. I don't know who this Vanderdecken looking dude is. I feel like I should know the guy under Kaido. That like, for some reason, that design looks a little familiar. Oh my god. I just know that fool Rocks will lose sight of the goal. We have to be certain first. Stop acting like you're the leader here. I'll blow them all up. Let's just steal what we're after and scram. All these dreamers with their heads in the clouds. I hear Roger's on the move. He's the last man I'll let. Calm down, kid. Today's the final fight, I assume. That's the idea. We'll settle it once and for all. We got Silver Axe from Thriller Bark. And then is that going to be Rocks in the corner? Who's this guy? I just had a brain blast. Captain John and Silver Axe, they're gonna die here, aren't they? Is God Valley Thriller Bark? Is that what we're gonna learn? Moria's gotta be here. I'm sorry. Like, this is too crazy. How did he get these bodies? He's from the West Blue. These guys were there. Because if Thriller Bark is God Valley, I mean, I don't know if I want to get too lost in that sauce, but then he'd just have all of those corpses already. This is insane. This is insane. We know Wang Shi is supposed to be in here, Wang Zhi. Just don't know who he is. Some people say the guy in the corner looks like Hiralook. Hey, look, if it is, that's a W for your boy. All right. If it is, I'm here for it. He was a thief that operated in the West. let's break this down, okay? Because I did the video, but the top people that I actually want to see in this. Which, by the way, shout out to Aether for rejoining. Crocodile, for my own just enjoyment, and to get the secret with Ivankov. Moria, because it just makes way too much sense. He's from the West Blue, he would have been 12 years old. It makes sense. One of those devil fruits has to be Kage Kage no Mi. Here a look. If you go back to the Chopper backstory, okay, which I am very well reacquainted with, Kureha talks about how he was a thief that operated in the West. Okay? So, he was here. Now, I wasn't saying he needed to be on rocks, but if we want to gas our boy up, I'm here for it. Brenda said, do you think Shiki has his float fruit now? Probably. He's got to. I think Whitebeard's got his fruit. I think Shiki's got his fruit. God Valley disappearing into the sky with Shiki's fruit has been a theory going way back. But, man. I would love it if it's Hero Look. That would be so much gas. The Rocks Pirates have made landfall. What is the Navy doing? If they lay a single finger on us, reporting in. Pirate crews are converging from all over. How did it get out? This was top secret. Their purpose here is unclear. Watch out on the western shore. It's the Roger Pirates! Music F3B super chatted and said, what if Moria picked them specifically to taunt Kaido for killing his original crew? Savage. We've talked about that before too. And I'm totally on board with that.
Savage.
We got young Rayleigh here. We got proper Scopper. I don't know all of Roger's crew's names, so I can't off the top like speak to these guys. I remember reading the SBS and all that. I know his Fishman dude, but I don't remember the rest of these guys. What's up with this dude with the fire hair, though? So he's got... Is this guy a Lunarian? Right. Pull back the sailors and have them guard the celestial dragons. Pathetic. What was the point of the blockade? Who's that behind Figureland? The Holy Knights will handle this, right? Ooh. Holy Knights gas. Hey. 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 Sunbell is the fisherman, that's right. Yeah, I remember that one. Oh, Bogard! Bogard! We're finally getting that Bogard gas? Which, shout out, I just got the only Bogard figure ever made. Ever. To go along with all this Bogard gas, we got a Bogard figure now. Oh man. Par probably stayed on this page for like an hour. Who else we got? I don't recognize anybody here, but I feel like the guy on the left of on Garp's left of Garp on his right looks like he should be familiar. Help has arrived. It's Vice Admiral Garp. Woo, we're saved. Tell me where to find Roger. These are all these splash panels. Like everybody's just showing up. Like this is just this over and over again. Rocks. Roger. Garp. While we're at it, the Holy Knights. The guy behind Figureland looks like he's totally going to end up being Brooke's opponent. He's just got that Brooke vibe to him. And the one behind Figureland is definitely like a Robin opponent. It's absolute chaos. I can't believe our luck. This is it? Sure is. I don't know which is what, but let's eat them. Everyone is here. They just strolled up to the fruits. Are we speed running this flashback, Oda? Like, didn't even get a... Alright, so we know Kuma's got his fruit, because that's what his fruit is supposed to look like. Ivankov is holding Kaido's fruit. Like, I don't need to go to the next page to know that, because I've already seen what Oda drew of these fruits. So that is not the Horo. What's going on? Alright. Big Mom out of nowhere! Like an RKO! Steals the Senryu. Oh, Big Mom's about to take that one too, but no. Big Kuma took that gulp. He chopped it. Eat it, Kuma. Don't think. Eat the fruit and save yourself. We just need one survivor. And then we've won. Oh. Saturn has entered the picture? What are we doing? God Valley is exactly as crazy as I want it to be. It is exactly as crazy as I want it to be. Shout out to Fro, who said, haven't been able to catch a stream in a while. Happy birthday, Captain. Thank you. This is worth being a birthday chapter. Oh my god. He's got to be able to paw Eva away also, or else how does Eva get away? And I'd love it if one of the fruits has their fruit as well. One of the chests. Let's see. All right. The Buccaneer boy. Get a load of these guys, man. Your only options are slavery and death. I can't wait until someone puts this man on the ground. History itself chose them for you. Are you important, mister? That's my favorite line in the entire chapter. Are you important, mister? I love that. Importance? It's just... it's nebulous. It's perception. No one's better than anybody. Good job, Oda. Shout out to Jacob, said happy birthday, Captain. More life and success. Thank you. It doesn't make sense that you're born important. There's no reason for someone to be born a slave. If I've got some kind of power, then I want to be like Nika. Woo. Cook. Cook. Save as many of these unfortunate people as I possibly can. Which is why you people will vanish for good. Ooh, he's spooked. He's spooked. Shout out to my guy, Mark Chrissy. Said, yo, happy birthday, big dog. You're the homie, and I hope your actual birthday is heat. Thank you, my man. Thank you. Playboy Johnny Carter. Said, happy birthday, my brother. Love from Brazil. Thank you. Right? This is like, what do you mean, you people? Wait, rocks. Out of my way, Roger. This event would be lost to the dark shadows of history. Don't tell me we're skipping past this. Don't do this. Don't do this. Shout out to Killer Comedy. He said, Hidden Island knew you were going to love this chapter. He mentioned it earlier in his stream. I mean, but we just collabed and talked about all of this. Sorbet Kingdom, South Blue. The only news story is the legend of Garp's heroics. They won't print anything else. Just what the powerful want. This Morgan's writer is such a hack. Still have no idea what happened on that island. Boom. Said Morgan's would be 15 during this time. So he would write about it. I wanted him to be there, but I'm still gonna take that as another one. He's in the flashback.
Another one.
Damn. Oda's really waiting for Garp's POV to give us a rest.
Savage.
Didn't show rocks. He didn't show him yet. Didn't show him.
Savage.
Oh my god. It's still crazy. Why are you still praying, Kuma? Thinking of the other lives I could have saved. This man really was like blitzing, like boom, 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 boom. Ginny got out! Alright. Well. That's probably my that's my L for God Valley right there. She could still die in the flashback, but she didn't die at God Valley, so congratulations, I played myself. Knock it off. Amidst all the chaos and violence, you saved over 500 lives back there. I'm telling you, Moria was one of them. Moria had to be one of them. That's right, Kumachi. You were amazing. That's really close to Perona's pet, Kumashi. Everybody was crying with gratitude. Even I was. And now you've got Hands of Liberation that set people free. Hands of Liberation. That's wild. I would have liked to have seen Kuma saving people too. That's what I needed here. Like him running around and then like just like quick pops of, oh wow, you know, like that person was there. Like, because right now the Gloriosa reveal is the wildest thing. But let's see. All right. So your family ran a church. It explains so much about you. Well, it's time for me to go to sea. I've got to make the most of this freedom. For as long as I live, Eva, I'll never forget your face. Damn. What does Eva say in Marineford? How could you forget this face?
Oh, no, no.
Wow. Hold on.
So that was a f***ing lie.
Savage.
Savage. No one ever has. I'm gonna stay here with Kumashi. Figure out what to do with my life, bro. So long, my friends. Okay, I'm 4 years older. So it's up to me to feed little Kumashi. Split those logs, Kumashi. Let's get selling. No more digging through the trash. No more stealing. We buy our food. Huh?
Savage.
You're 9? Liar. You're a monster. Okay, Ginny. Sorry about that. Ginny's actually very nice. She takes the pain away from them. Ah, it's better. The pain just flew away. Was that magic? Kamashi, Kamashi. Oh, this is how he becomes the king, because he performs all these miracles. Chomp, chomp, munch, scarf, gobble, chomp. Oh, Ginny is definitely the death of this flashback. It's definitely coming. Philly said, as much as I wanted the full flashback, I like that he's still teasing it. I hope we get to see it from a few point of views, including Roger and Garp. Yeah, I mean, this is what we talked about. That we're either getting the omniscient point of view, which Oda kind of like blended that, or we're going to stay in the Kuma point of view, which is what we're doing. Then when we go back to Garp eventually, and he's like having a conversation with Blackbeard, then we'll get into that a little more. Those two are from Bonnie's crew. Huh. I figured they looked a little familiar, and I wanted to look more into the, because he had a specific thing on his shirt. But either way, Bonnie lost her crew, so. Shout out to Shakti Merengue, who said, Meringue, said, Saturn, the runt of the Gorosei? Probably. They seem to keep sending him down to do the dirty work. If so, let's see Kuma put him in the dirt on Egghead. Also, happy birthday, thanks. Yeah, I that's what I'm expecting. You know, we'll stay in this. Shout out to Blind Kung Fu Master for subscribing, thank you. Zaxu said Vivi needs the hands of liberation. You know that. You know this. Saturn being the runt of the Gorosei, I've kind of talked about. Not so much from age, but from like power or like the way they look at him. Because Saturn is the furthest from the sun as far as like the Gorosei that we've met. Because we don't have a, Neptune is technically Poseidon and Uranus. You get into the ancient weapons as you start going past it. So Saturn being the furthest away, if we're power scaling, them being the weakest makes sense. Shout out to Marvin for subscribing. Let's see. Not enough. For me, you eat so much, Ginny. We've got a lot of work to do. Bonnie the Glutton. When did they turn you into a slave, Kamashi? 4. Hey, me too. It's not something to celebrate. I'm so full, so full. What, Ginny? Kumashi. But don't cry, Ginny. I'm so happy.
Savage.
We're in a real flashback, folks. We're in a real flashback, folks. It's been a long time since we've been in a real flashback. Shout out to Scuba7. Appreciate you. Said happy birthday, Randy. Haven't heard anybody mention this. Knowing Shiki is now canon, this might have been our best explanation for the floating object taking the fire tank pirate ship in chapter 594. Could Shiki be hiding out? There were a lot of theories back in the day. One of my favorite theories was from Ragnar. Vinland D. Ragnar. Or Vinland D, I think is what he goes by now. He suggested that Shiki was like the puppeteer for Kaido. And all of his evidence and everything was like just really cool. I really liked it. It's an old theory, like Act 1 Wano. But
Savage.
it was like drawing a lot of parallels from Strong World and no, actually it wasn't from Act 1 Wano. I think it was like, I think he made the theory during the Odin flashback because he was talking about the Shiki of it all when Higurashi transformed into Shiki. But it was so well thought out, and you know, like the 20 years of it all for Shiki and the 20 years for Kaido and the Beast Pirates and then the Island of Beasts. My personal thinking is that Kaido became what Oda had planned for Shiki. I think if we never got Strong World, we may have never had Kaido, and then Wano would have just been a fight against Shiki or something. Maybe. I don't know. There's just a lot of elements were recycled there. Shout out to Yamil who said, maybe we'll get the rest of God Valley from Garling. That's interesting. It'd be interesting to see his point of view. You know, like a different, you know, angle of things that happened. And then, you know, by the end of the series, we're able to put together this, like, gigantic event and compile pages into, like, one long story that makes a little more sense. Shout out to Ace2532. Said there are so many thoughts here, but I now fully believe Kuma will restore his memories using the bubble once he arrives at Egghead. It would be a fitting conclusion for him to regain all he lost right before his final stand. I do love that. Imagine a Luffy Kuma team up. I'd rather see a Zoro Kuma team up. Well, actually, no. After this flashback, yeah, a Luffy Kuma team up. Or what if Kuma doesn't actually need to see his memories? He's been so obsessed with Nika his whole life, right? He sees Nika, the warrior of liberation, and it awakens something in him, and he comes back because of that. Maybe. Neil said Rayleigh defeats Gloriosa by marrying Shaki. Shout out to Zote, who said, "Happy birthday, Captain. Love from the Savage crew. All your efforts do not go unnoticed. No rocks reveal, but this lets us flesh out God Valley more in the future." Sure does. Very motivated. Said, "E.T. says, ouch." Shout out to the 500 people in here at a, off time. Appreciate you guys. Don't forget to like the stream. Get some extra people in here. We're now at the conversation part of this. I do like the idea that Scuba brought up of like the floating object taking the fire tank pirate ship. That is interesting to me, but I don't know. It's kind of one of those things where it's like, I don't know if we're gonna get Shiki in the main plot now. I don't know. Ace2532, member for 15 months, said, "Also, I saw a theory that the island of animals is a former site of the Celestial Murder Fest. Would explain why it's empty and the chests are there." That's a great thought. Wow. That's wild. It's a really small island, so I don't know if that if that works, but I'm into it. I'm here for it. I think that's a great idea that someone came up with. Eric Veltri said, "Sees Nika and memories come back would be amazing." And he has the ascend emojis. What's up, Kid Clip? So it said, "Hey Randy, I think you missed my super, but basically happy birthday, and the drip is immaculate. Thank you." I mean, I went back. I caught it. It's an interesting thought. It's an interesting thought for sure. Brandon said, "In scans, Kuma says how no one should be born better than another. The opposite of Dofi's speech. Dofi's fruit can trap people. Kuma's fruit can save." Oda set up Kuma as the anti-Dofi, and introduction, Kuma and Dofi, they were introduced together. So that's a... I do like that. I like that a lot. It's also interesting, when you think of here's Kuma, who was a slave, and then you have Doflamingo, who is a celestial dragon, and they both arrive at the same time, walking side by side, introduced at the same time. Two sides of of a coin. Basically, what this story is, culminating to be about, right? I think that this chapter really solidified like a lot of Oda's views. Like he's shown the bad and everything, and he's given us speeches from Doflamingo, but now in the final saga, we're actually getting, a hero's perspective of all of this. And I appreciate that. And that is exactly right. I mean, I don't dislike the... I don't think that there's that much of a difference between the scans and the Viz for it. The point is still the same. Yeah. no one's born better than another. I mean, like, I knew Oda was about to cook the moment that Kuma said, "Are you important, mister?" It's so good. It's so good. It doesn't make sense that you're born important. There's no reason for someone to be born a slave. Importance is perception. That's all it is. Nobody is more important than another person. Nobody. We're all people. Nobody is better than another person. At least at birth. You know? You go and you do some horrendous things, then yeah, you know what? But stood up a Gorosei as a kid, and he's gonna stand up a Gorosei as a grown man robot as well. Justin Sweat said Bonnie is Ginny. Happy birthday, broski. I don't know if Bonnie is Ginny, but a Ginny clone. You know, we did get into talking about that with Hidden last week. Seems like it could be possible. Kuma meets Vegapunk after Ginny is dead, and he's already cloned Stussy, and then offers to feels bad for Kuma and offers to clone Ginny, and then raises Ginny as his daughter, changes her name to Bonnie. And then now she's seeing the memories that, you know, she's a clone and all. I see that as a possibility. What I would prefer is, at this point, Ginny is Bonnie's mom. And then Ginny dies and Bonnie dies. But Vegapunk is able to clone Bonnie. And then Kuma saves the memories. It works either way, if it's Ginny or if it's Bonnie. It saves the memories and then puts it into the clone, and they never know that they're a clone until they go and touch the paw, the memory paw. Now Bonnie knows she's a clone. Either of Bonnie or of Ginny, it doesn't matter. But Bonnie being a clone just makes sense, and we've been saying it since the beginning of the arc. Joshua said, appreciate it, said, okay, wild take. Dragon is rocks in hiding. I don't know about that, but it's why he's the world's worst criminal. Chapter 1100 is 1,000 chapters from Dragon's reveal. And I've been talking about that. Which could very well be his reveal as rocks. I don't like that one. It is a wild take, and I get the thinking for it. I just would rather 17-year-old Dragon be 17-year-old Dragon. And it doesn't seem like Dragon played a role at all here. Which is a shame, and another L. And Sakazuki isn't there either. That would have been really cool, but oh well.
Savage.
But I do agree that Dragon will appear in Chapter 1100. This flashback, now that we've skipped past the rest of God Valley, is assuredly going to take us to like 1098, 1099. Kuma's going to land back in Egghead. We're going to get a battle against Saturn. And then chapter 1100, we're going to get some massive dragon feat or spread with dragon. Sabo and Ivankov are going to be there for the death of Kuma. Ramona Villa said, Kuma and Dofi were also both kings. True. One by right and one by his actions. Kuma, possibly people's choice. We know which is better, absolutely. We definitely know which one is better. Brandon said, one last thing. People are guessing what could be the treasure of Hachinosu. Some people speculate Captain John's treasure on the Skull Island. Others say it's Kaido's fruit. Thoughts? Captain John's treasure... How could Captain John's treasure be Kaido's fruit? Unless it's like this big bait and switch that Oda's been dangling. I like the idea that that his treasure is on Hachinosu, only because Buggy was looking for a Skull Island. But man, still gonna be crazy. Eric Veltri said, there are lots of similarities between the Unknown Rocks members and the General Zombies from Thriller Bark. Maybe John left the incident with some members as a crew. I would actually prefer that they died here. And if we like loop Moria into all of this and he gets his fruit here, then, you know, they're his first zombies or something. You know, I don't know. If they do leave and, you know, start their own crew up and all of that, and then but then it's like, who kills them afterwards? I'd rather Moria, since he's from the West Blue, he was able to find the corpses from God Valley eventually. Like, that's what he went on a journey for.
You loyal.
And then he, like, specifically sought out the Rocks Pirate members. Shout out to Moogie, who said, happy birthday, Randy. This was a great chapter. By the way, did you notice on the second page, Garland talking to some children? Maybe Shanks and possibly another child. On the 5th page, that's Celestial Dragon decapitated someone? Well, I missed the decapitation.
Savage. Savage.
Definitely gotta look for that.
You loyal.
Give me a second, movie. I'm gonna look for that stuff. Shout out to Cone Killer Confusor, member for 12 months. Said, late cause of work. Happy birthday, Captain. Nah, you're on time. You're on time. Right. Speaking of on time, my guy Ty, member for 16 months. Channel Goat. He said, sorry I'm late, Captain. Happy pre-birthday. This straight lore porn. And I'm here for it. What up, Savage Crew? I've missed y'all terribly. We miss you too, buddy. But hey, you got it's Rangers time. This is insane. The biggest reaction I had out of this chapter was that Gloriosa was there. That had me ascending. That was the craziest thing, was Gloriosa being here. There's a lot of crazy stuff, but that was the craziest. Amrit Singh, member for 26 months, said, caught a stream after a long while. Happy birthday. Appreciate you. Spartan Gibble said, Kuma may have taken Bonnie's memory of Ginny dying. I can see that. I said 16 months and laughed. Yeah. We know it's longer. YouTube's playing. Neil Diaz said, Garp don't care about 10K folks, only about Roger. Garp the hero. My ass, right? Yeah. Peter Falk said, treasure might be the giant egg. Maybe. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, member for 23 months. It's been a minute since I was here. Happy B-Day, Captain. Appreciate you. Young Usopp, happy birthday, King. Everybody like D-Stream. Get these likes up. Get them up. Come on, we got 511 people in here right now. 238 likes. That means half of you don't like this. You don't like the content? We're breaking this down. We're getting a little bit of a like spike. Top Goon. Happy B-Day, Randy. What if Rox had the memory devil fruit? The memo pudding fruit? And its awakening could change the memories of everyone at God Valley. Blackbeard took pudding to get Garp some real ones. Yeah. Oh. I don't know if I've said this before. I probably have. But that's my favorite devil fruit in the entire series. Another one. The memo fruit. So you're scratching an itch that really hits. Like, I like that. Especially because it would further my thoughts that fruit can pull memories from objects like the poneglyphs. So if Rox had the memo fruit, then he would know things because he would have awakened them. Oh, man, I love that. I want that. That goes hard. Puts an extra emphasis on Pudding, an extra emphasis on Big Mom and Pudding's relationship. Explains why Blackbeard would go after the fruit on top of everything, because he... I don't know. That's solid, guys. That's solid. I want to see the stuff that Moogie was talking about here. Emil said, so the theory so far is that Rox is a Lunarian with the memo fruit who is secretly a good guy. Yeah, we're building layers on layers on layers here. Yeah. I personally like the idea of him being a Lunarian, and then that ties into why his flag has a flaming skull on it. I've liked other people's thoughts that he could be Third Eye tribe too, but you know, some sort of an oppressed race. But now it feels like Oda is really trying to set Rocks up as like this dude just wanted his stuff back. I don't know. I want there to be more to him than that. Can I get a little more to him than just, hey, I'm a pirate. On the second page, Darling talking to some children. Oh yeah, watch this, children. I don't think it has anything to do with Shanks, that part. I don't, it could. It could. But I think it's just like a demeaning thing. Like, I'm so superior to all of you that I'm just gonna call you children. That, I think that's the read I'm getting from him on that line. And then on the 5th page, Celestial Dragon decapitated someone. No. I could see how it could be interpreted as that. But I think that's the guy's hair, not blood. I can kind of make out like an earring. So I think that's just a face down dude. That dude's just face down. I get where you're coming from though. I see where you would have thought that. Page 6, Brandon said Garling is riding on some creature. Oh yeah. I mean, I actually would buy that it's a spotted bill duck, Brandon, because maybe they're in Alabasta because they're celestial dragons too, you know? Cobra, Vivi, all of them. I buy it. Looks like Woody Woodpecker. It does. Watch, that's like Figureland's laugh. Like, we don't need more, like, animal creatures. Like, let's bring back some that we've already established. Killer Comedy said, so a lot of people have been questioning if Luffy is has free will because of his devil fruit, kind of tying him with destiny in a way. But in some folklore, the devil gives us free will. Thoughts, chat? It depends on if there are souls inside the devil fruits, because then there would be like a clash of, you know, different things. Some people like to say that Luffy's demeanor changes after he eats the fruit. He even has a line saying like he's happier or he feels like smiling more. So the fruit having an effect on him makes sense. The weirdest animals we saw were on Gaimon's Island. Well, if we're going back to the idea that Gaimon's Island was a previous area that one of these games were held on, then if all of those animals are, things that the Celestial Dragons brought with them and then left behind because they didn't care, then it's kind of funny. And horrendous. Shout out to Ramona Villa. Said, Oda contrasting Garp chilling and having fun while a genocide is being committed. Even if Garp doesn't know the full extent, it's something else. Yeah. He's different. He's different. He's not Luffy. He's not Dragon. Tai said, my thought was all of God Valley was the crown jewel of Hachinosu. Celestial Dragons showing up wrecks their main supplier. No. I took it as the Marines pulled up to Hachinosu while Rox wasn't there, gave the stuff to the Celestial Dragons, and then they added it to the stock for the game. Then, I mean, whatever the crown jewel of Hachinosu is, it's definitely a part of this. But, I think the crown jewel is definitely like the Azure Dragon fruit. But the other thing too is like, now we got to think about it this way: is what was Rox doing collecting devil fruits like Blackbeard? What does Rox know about devil? See, now this is the thing, right? If he's the inheritor of Blackbeard's will, and this man was collecting devil fruits like Blackbeard is collecting devil fruits, what is the connection?
Savage.
And where was he getting them from? If he's attacking Celestial Dragons and all this other stuff and taking them from him, I like that, right? Because we know that they have them. So if he was going straight to the source, and then they were like, hey, they stole from us, go steal it back, and then now it's just a game of just keep away. But the other thing too is like, it furthers the point that the paw fruit in particular is important to the end game of the story. Man. It's wild. Shout out to John Loftus, said happy B-Day. Appreciate all you do, man. Appreciate you. Thank you. Insatiable Hunger said congrats on the live action. Thank you. We made it.
Another one.
Now I'm worried for season 2. Season 1 is easier than Dinosaurs, Giants, Sea Kings. Maybe the biggest budget of all time. Don't worry about all that. Royland Ford said, what's up, Randy? You throwing a party on your B-Day? Yeah, right now. This is the party. We even got banners. presents and a cupcake. There's a cupcake. Shout out to Baby Pluto N. Appreciate you. Said, I think the message that was sent out by Ginny was, there's a tournament being held on God Valley with devil fruits as prizes. This message would attract Roger for the fights, Rocks for the power. Birthday of Captain Randy Savage. Yeah, I'm kind of interested as to why
Savage.
Roger would show up. In particular, like what his motivation was. I know that Garp's only going there because Roger's there, but why is Roger there? We now know Rox's motivation. He wants to get his stuff back. But hopefully he's also trying to free these people. I don't know. Need something a little different. John Loftus said, are Gloriosa and Rox Luffy's mom's parents? I would have wanted more out of the Gloriosa and Luffy interaction then. But I do like the idea that Rox is tied to Luffy's mother's side, though. I want that. Ron Rostuvia said, happy birthday, Randy. Hope your day rocks. I mean, we've got a panel of the Rocks pirates. This chapter rocks. So, yeah. Today was a good day. I didn't have to use my AK. Satiable Hunger said, like, we would need to collab with Universal Studios, Marvel, and DC's best CGI for Sandman Croc. Please don't cut off Little Garden or Zoro versus 100 bounty hunters. I can't speak to any of that, but just trust.
Savage.
Catching up. Shaq said the giant straw hat is the crown jewel of Hachinosu and it goes on top of the big skull. Interesting.
Savage.
I don't know if Hachinosu necessarily needs to be that important. Or like that skull. And I think if it is, it would kind of deflate Avalo, like, turning into it. EJ De Jesus said, you still believe Vivi will eat the pawpaw fruit? I want it. Gas her up. Let's get these hands of liberation. You want to catch these hands of liberation? That'll stop the people from sleeping on Vivi. How big is that straw hat? I mean, big, but I don't think it's that big. That's cold, Killer. Killer Comedy TV, really random, but we never saw Semi-Mar died and Barto has their fruit. He's a cannibal. What if they left Wano and Barto ate them? Nah. Dude was old. Dude was old. Just died. Somehow it I don't know, made its way from Wano all the way to the East Blue, though. Or the Grand Line. I don't know. I would love to know how Bart ended up with that fruit in particular, but... Sword Egg, was Rox really him, or was it all Cap? I'm expecting Rox to be him. You don't hype this up and then not give us like the craziest guy that we could possibly get. Is it like he's gonna have a cold design? Like it's not gonna be like anything goofy. Like there might be some goofy elements, but like he'll be cool, you know? I actually don't expect any goofy elements, but I mean it's Oda. Appreciate that, Brandon. Don't know if you saw it earlier, but happy birthday of savagery. Baby Pluto N, appreciate you. Said, also think Vivi's future fruit and Momo's fruit will play a pivotal role in the final war. I think this event is foreshadowing on the importance of these two fruits. We know that so far Pluton is at Wano, for all we know, right? Which means that it's gotta play a role, right? And if we have Vivi join back in the crew, right, and then something happens to Wano where Momo is forced to either like join, like I originally wanted during Wano, or gets kidnapped by Blackbeard as well, or something like that. And if we really do need this sort of crazy team up of devil fruits, and that it's like you need all of the fruits to work together to actually create the One Piece or something, you know, then we're kind of leading towards it. We're building. Vern. What's up, Vern? I don't expect it anytime soon, but I will let you guys know. Insatiable. Ty. Hey! Shout out to Henry DH. Rejoined during the stream. Meant to shout that out. And came through with 5 gifties. We're stronger together.
Together we're stronger. Together we're stronger.
Appreciate that. Use your new emojis to drop some W's for Henry. Appreciate that. Those fruits are going to be important. Brandon said, if you look at Kuma in the SBS, his book references Ninomiya Sontoku. In this chap, we see him feeding someone and holding logs. Just like Ninomiya Sontoku, the farmer who became king. So that's probably what Oda's drawing from. Mizukame said, I know we love math piece here at Savage Nation. Kuma saved 500 rabbits from God Valley. They're rereading the manga. It said, during Dressrosa, the Tontada go to save 500 fairies from the factory. Yeah. Appreciate that, Vern. Thanks for the birthday wish. EasyNZ said, happy birthday from New Zealand. Do you think Kuma saying to Luffy and Sabari will never see each other again is going to hold up? Will Luffy still be out cold for Kuma's sacrifice? I would personally love it either way. I'd like the consistency to the line. I like specificity in dialogue like that, so it's like if you say something that is as direct as we will never see each other again, I kind of want you, like as a writer, I want you to stick to that because it's almost a cop-out to go against it. But with everything that we were learning and the way that Oda's been expanding upon it, like we talked about earlier in the stream, like what if Kuma awakens his memories because he sees like Nika, like he finally sees Nika, like that's the final image that he sees, or rather they don't have an interaction, right? Kuma does a sacrifice play, and the last thing he sees as he dies, and he has a smile on his face, is like Luffy is transformed, and he's like, you know, recreation of him going into the sun or you know, something in the silhouette, and like that's the final thing that Kuma sees, and he feels like comfortable leaving this world knowing that the Warrior of Liberation is back or something. There's different ways to find the poetry in it. But I also want Kuma to get a little bit of a happy ending too. You know what I'm saying? Like he's been through so much, like that's my guy. I got the Kuma right there. That's my guy. It's a top 10 character for me. Number 2, Warlord. Legitimately one of my favorite characters. Henry DH said, happy early birthday, Captain. Thanks for making mine and many others' One Piece experiences better. Love the Savage community. Looking forward to this next year. Thank you, Henry. That's so nice. Appreciate you. Lucio Vlad Ivanovici said, could the Iron Giant and Egghead beat Joy Boy's Frankie? You suggesting it was alive at one point? Like we see Joy Boy's crew and like he literally has like an old robot. Just like Luffy did. Oh man. At first I was ready to write it off, and then I'm thinking of more and more about it, and I'm like, I like that. I like that.
You loyal.
Scuba7 said, what if the D is silent in Figureland? Like Gold Roger becoming Goldie Roger. Figure land D Shanks. Will of D lives on, passing through the stride. We've talked about this a little bit over the past few weeks and few chapters, but I actually really love the idea of Shanks not being a D at all. And that his goal, like if he was a D, he'd be able to be more active, but the role that he's taking in the story is subservient. So it's like, Roger was too early. He couldn't do anything. Shanks couldn't either, but he's able to play a role anyway. Shanks goes out to find Luffy. Maybe he sought out Ace first, but then found Luffy, and then, you know, kind of goes from there. But he can't get the One Piece because he's not a D or something like that. Like, because if he is a D, then I feel like it complicates things because he's on his own path and his own trajectory. You know, it's different like Vivi coming back and being a D because she also is like ride or die for Luffy. And Shanks, I mean, gave up his arm for Luffy, but I also feel like it's more about the mission than the man. Interesting thought. Killer Comedy TV. So the Paw Paw fruit can take intangible things from people. Memories, pain, yeah. If Vivi does get it, and if the Gorosei do have powers not related to devil fruits or hockey, could she remove them in the final war?
It's about to get spicy.
Eric Veltri said, all right, Saf crew, gotta head out. Have fun theorizing. Happy B-Day, Captain. Have an amazing birthday with friends and family. Appreciate you. Thank you. Dark Glacier said, Azure Dragon, Paw Paw, Bar, Kage Kage, and Bonnie's Fruit are all at God Valley. What's the last fruit? So I don't agree with you on a couple of those fruits. We correctly predicted, obviously, that we all knew that the Azure Dragon and we assumed that the Paw Paw would be there. The Bara doesn't play a role until 10, 11, 12, 14 years from now. I don't know. I forget the math. When Buggy gets it. Because they just get that fruit. And we know that Roger leaves here with all of the treasure. So... or at least most of the treasure. I do agree that the Kage Kage no Mi should be one of those fruits and that Moria should be there. And this should be where he gets his power. I don't think the Bonnie's fruit needs to be there. But I would like if it was also the Sunasuna no Mi. Vonkov's fruit would be great. And I don't know the last one, but... Neil Diaz said no barriers on Kumo. Also, Ginny pictured a cat. Sea cat. Things are shaping up. Nefertari Nikyu lore. That's right. You're the cat. Cat is the sacred animal of Alabasta. It's probably the sacred animal because Lily had paws. We've talked about this. Love that. Great callback. I actually haven't reread the chapter yet. We've just been talking about it. Kaki09, member for 5 months. A good chapter. Also, happy birthday. Hope you have a great day. Thank you. I'm having a great day. This is a phenomenal chapter, and we are cooking. And Oda is cooking.
Someone cooked here.
Shout out to my guy Vern, member for 13 months. It is Kuma at this point one of the best written characters? Yes. Flashback isn't over yet. Yes. Thanks, California Penguin. Barry said, please, everyone being a D makes it feel so much less special. Exactly. The only other person that I want to be a D is Robin. Because she is literally an enemy of the gods in the case of this story. That's it. One of the most feared people by the government should be a D. $1,100 is going to be huge for Mathpiece. You know, we've been saying Dragon 1100. People have been running with it on Twitter like they came up with it. I don't know, there's one guy on Twitter that like watched the Mathpiece video and then took a bunch of stuff and put it on Twitter like as if he thought of it. My guy Ty. The Randy stream just made the God Valley flashback Blue Bear. Randy's stream just made the God Valley flashback Blue Balls wear off. Thank you, Captain. We're cooking. We're cooking. Now I just need to come back and I need to see that Moria was here, Croc was here, Hiralook was here, and some other crazy names. But the Gloriosa? Gloriosa? I love knowing that she was nice with it like that. Like, that is crazy. And Bakin is just attached to Whitebeard. She is latched up. That's a crew right there.
Savage.
I don't know. I really hope dude is here to look in the corner. With the glasses and the top hat. He's just out there throwing bombs and stuff.
You loyal.
That would be so wild. It would be so wild. Sanj Saab, member for 23 months. Happy birthday, Randy, from your Halloween birthday twin. Happy birthday on Tuesday to you too. Brandon said he's rocking Stussy's world in more ways than one. Gary Bloodworth said, what if Kuma rejects Luffy's pain again and forces it on Saturn? Happy B-Day. We've talked about that, and I'd love to see it. Because at that point, technically, they wouldn't have met because he's unconscious, right? And Luffy didn't exactly spring right back up once Kuma did it in Throw a Bark either. So if he pops back up just in time for Kuma to die, then that works. That works. Gets to see Nika. His last beautifully composed last view. When's the next YouTuber Reverie? We haven't talked about it, but I would imagine maybe during the holiday break, sometime in January, something like that. I can't stop looking at this rocks panel. The guy in the back behind Kaido, like he's got to be a Vanderdecken because he's got the, you know, the four arms, or maybe that's like a Kinikubito thing.
Savage.
I don't know, but he's also giving Caribou vibes. But then also, now that I'm kind of looking at it, wait a second. The guy behind Kaido might be the silhouetted guy underneath Silver Axe. Because it looks like that guy's in like a bowler hat and has glasses. So if this isn't a top hat and it's not Hero look and it's just a bowler hat, then this is the guy with four arms. I don't know, I want it to be Hero look. Either way, one thing's for sure, we haven't seen Wangzhe, we haven't seen Rocks. Oda's saving that. Vanderdecken had 4 legs, not arms, that's right. Then could it be the previous user of the Hana Hana no Mi? Do you imagine? The guy dies at God Valley, and then that's how it ends up, you know, because it's already in the West Blue, and that's how it ends up in Ohara, and Robin eats it. 8 years later. Bean Barrage, appreciate you, said, Randy, I discovered you through your Lord Sword Theory video. And from there you had me hooked. I'm always here for the vibes, and you're the best One Piece YouTuber. Thank you, Bean. I appreciate that. One Piece said, what if the world government stole Rox's daughter, Luffy's mother? See, that's the kind of thinking that's great. See, like, I love that kind of stuff. You know, like, let's make it personal. Let's raise the stakes even more, right? Let's give him a reason to go there besides just, I want my stuff back. Brandon said, highly unlikely, but you think the Wolverine guy is rocks for the Blackbeard parallels with the claws? I like the thinking. Watch, we come back to this and it's like, wow, Rox was there the whole time. I do like that a lot, Brandon.
Savage.
Four arms guy with hat is in chapter 450. Yeah, you know what? We need to go and look at that. The crazy thing is that we didn't fight any of these guys, you know? Like, it should have been a way bigger thing. Wow, he is there, the gunslinger. Alright, so no Hana no Mi. And definitely not Hero Look. So that's cool. So then maybe... I'm actually more inclined to... I don't know, but why would you shade the guy out? Captain John will probably end up seeing this guy with the shield and the gold armor. Oh, I'm going to need this page for the analysis anyway, so let me save this again. And what chapter is the other spread where we see him? Is it the next one? It's gonna make me want to reread Thriller Bark now. But I also want to go back and look at every single thing that Gloriosa has ever said to try and find something. Alright, 452. We don't see the forearm guy again. But that's where Captain John makes his signature pose. So the guy that we see with the beard isn't Silver Axe. That guy's got a sword. I thought that was... That's a guy that for years people have thought is Wang Zhi. But we now know that Wang Zhi was alive during Thriller Bark and was in control of Hachinosu. So this is some other guy that we're gonna learn about. And Silver Axe is gonna be this other guy in the middle of this panel here. I'm looking at chapter 452. And then... Man, it would be so crazy. So, like... the guy with the beard and the long sword that everybody thought was Wang Zhi. He's got like this like elephant bottom half that Hogback probably like attached to him. What if we actually see him get sliced in half when we finally get the God Valley flashback? Like, I mean, we gotta. No sound? Oh. KevDOG said, just want to send a message saying that make sure to appreciate those in your life and the fellow Nakama you have along the way. Kev with wise words. Crocs. Seal Vlad Ivanovici said, could the Rocks Pirates not have been an actual crew? The way Whitebeard and Big Mom talk about it makes it look like they were simply allied. So, the way that I understand the Rocks Pirates is kind of like Ocean's 11. Whenever there's a heist, Rocks puts like the bat signal in the sky, and then he gathers a crew at that time. And he just like does these elaborate plans, but doesn't necessarily like have a crew. But he has to be magnanimous enough for everybody to fall in line when he needs people to join him. Even if it is for their own benefit, that they're going to get a cut, whatever. But he probably like is an emperor. His main territory is Hachinosu. He's trying to take down the world government. And at the same time puts these people together for like these big scores. So it's like this is a heist thing where they're going to get their stuff back. He's going to break a piece off to everybody that gets involved. But some people like this guy here that everybody thought was Wang Zhi literally gets broken into pieces. I hope they die at God Valley. Like that's like, let's have it be brutal. It's interesting. Thomas Zimmer said the theory is that the fishman is Wang Zhi because they fought at the port of all places. Wang Zhi being a fishman. Huh. I mean, it ties into the real story of Wang Zhi a little bit. Like, if he's able to move through the sea. I don't know. But I also just noticed that there's a guy with Wolverine claws here in this image as well. So, this Wolverine guy in the sky has got to be this dude here. Same panel, 452. He apparently is going to lose his legs because Hogback changes his legs into, I don't know, kangaroo legs or something. It'd be crazy if all of these are just the Rocks Pirates. Like, Moria was on a mission. Like, I'm just assembling everybody that was at God Valley. But at the same time, like, it just lends credence to, I don't know, Thriller Bark being God Valley, like just having all these corpses there already. Thriller Bark was an island that was in the West Blue that moved to the Grand Line. I don't know. What do I think of the idea that dragon that the dragon fruit is the Bexel devil fruit, or that like dragon's wind fruit, like Monkey D dragon? Or are you talking about like Kaido's fruit? Because it can't be Kaido's fruit. Because Kaido's fruit is in this chapter, and we know that this is how Kaido gets it. Johnny Blaze said, what if Rox's crew was put together using Davy backfights? That's been an old theory for going back for years now, because people try to find a way to justify why Whitebeard would work for him. I just, even though there's contradicting things in this particular chapter, I would rather that Whitebeard actually sees something in Rox and kind of likes him. Because then it would inform, like, some of the stuff with Luffy and Whitebeard and Marineford, like if it was the same idea. Or maybe Oda just wants to double down with the Roger parallels rather than Rox parallels. I'm just scanning through 452, and it's like, it's crazy watching like Robin, Frankie, and Luffy take out these Rox Pirates zombies effortlessly. Like it does nothing for like, oh man. Wow. Shout out. Big shout out to Abdullah. Want to see nothing but W's. Oh man, wow. Okay. Lavish bracket activity spotted, guys. Wow. Appreciate you. So Whitebeard said that Rox has to concentrate on the mission. Which means there is another reason he is there. His wife and son were taken as slaves, and he's there to save them. She died, and he'll trust Roger with his boy, who will be Buggy. Ah, yeah, I love that. And do you think Mihawk is an Arona? They do have the same eyes. One second.
Lavish bracket, in a lavish bracket. Gotta have it. Racks, I gotta have it. Beat my fabric. Do you see this jacket? Pay my taxes. Trust me, you can track it.
Or maybe Dracula is a family. So with Figureland, these the top three. So you think that Dracula is one of the families as well? So here's the thing. In the SBS with Mihawk as a kid, he was wearing tattered clothes. So I don't think that Mihawk was a noble of any kind. I do really... I mean, I like the idea of there being a tie between Emu and Mihawk just because of the eyes and everything, but I think that there's a way to get around that with, like, if it's a power or a level of personal awakening that someone can reach, where maybe someone becomes so in tune with their soul and the inner demon or something, because it's like any other time that we've seen those eyes outside of Mihawk and Emu, it's always been someone that's been like possessed or out of control. So, like, Big Mom would get those eyes when she would have her hunger pangs. Who else had those eyes? I did a video on it. Cavendish would have those eyes, right? When he would switch into Hakuba. And, like, when he was, like, trying to balance in between the two. So I feel like there needs to be some sort of reasoning that's tied in that, and I think Hakuba is, like, one of the best examples of that. But it's like, what if Mihawk, you know, we know he doesn't have a devil fruit, or at least we assume he doesn't have a devil fruit. If he also was possessed by something, or his sword, or, you know, something like that, like his sword was so cursed that he was able to master it, that his eyes became like that, or something. I mean, I'm spitballing, I'm making stuff up here. But it's like, the idea would be that Cavendish hasn't mastered Durandal, his sword. So that's why Hakuba, like, kind of takes over, like it's the soul in the sword. I don't know. But I love the idea of bringing Buggy into this, because we know that Buggy has to end up on Roger's ship as well, and that Buggy and Shanks grew up together. And it seems silly to not have it, you know, both be here. It's almost like they grew up as brothers. But it may be a situation where they got together at a different time or a different island. But I love the idea and the focus that there's a different mission other than getting the chests back and the money that was stolen. Just know that fool rocks will lose sight of the goal. We have to be certain first. There's definitely more to this than just getting the stuff back. And that's why I need Rocks, even if he's going about things the wrong way, to be a good guy. To be like, he's either, you know, like you're saying, he's trying to get his son back, he's trying to get his wife back, whatever. Or he just is after the world government, and maybe they know that Saturn is there as well, and they're just trying to dismantle the world government piece by piece because they know more than they let on. But I love the thinking there, and I appreciate you. It is lavish activity.
Lavish bracket. In a lavish bracket.
Baby Pluto N said, Roger doesn't have Ace on him. Did he get it here? That's an interesting thought. How do we know that that's not Ace? It's a different sword? Sword. Ace. Oh, because it's the hilt is different. Ace is more of like a rapier. Unless it's pointed the other way. And that it is Ace, and that the next time we see it, it'll be corrected. Also, I just noticed this, and it's so crazy to see Roger with the straw hat, though. Like, I just noticed this. I just noticed that Roger's got the straw hat on his back like Luffy. Oh my god. Yo, Oda added Bogard into this Garp shot at the last minute, and you can't tell me otherwise, because he drew Bogard over Garp's sound effects. So he drew this whole thing and was just like, oh wait, I should put this guy there. And then didn't redraw the sound effects to go over Bogard. He just put Bogard in the corner. I'm sorry. That was a last minute addition from Oda. Rocksteed Buggy. Yeah, I do really love that. Thanks, Kanan. Season 2 finna level up just like you did today. Yeah. Oh my god. Barry. We're gonna get Rox's character design reveal and he's gonna have Buggy's nose. Oh my god. It's canon. It's canon. Crazy. This is Oda said, "Par, this is for you." He needs to be the one that slices the big boy in half. Sanj said, I def like the later stream because it's my first time attending the stream since the day changed. Oh, man. I mean, we can try to do, like, later streams also. I mean, like, it seems like it's where I'm seeing a lot of, I mean, I don't know, maybe it's because it's the birthday stream also, but I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces. A lot of the core Savage crew is popped up here today. I usually do it earlier in the morning on Sunday because I just want to read the chapter, and this was a special occasion because I was busy watching Mars. And Chrissy wasn't back from the airport yet, so I had to do it later. I think that it is Ace. For now, I'm going to say that it is Ace, and that the sword is just turned the other way, and the hilt is facing the other direction. Roger's mustache was in one of those boxes. Yeah, doesn't he have the mustache in Volume 4 Billion? And the hat? Like the Volume 4 Billion chapters where they get Ace in the they get Shanks in the chest. He's got like his whole mustache. Like he just drew that like a year ago too, and he's already forgot. He's just but the thing too is that Roger did look way closer to what I would expect him to look like in like the Odin flashback rather than what I would expect here, which is like over a decade earlier. So blue hairs are back. Oh man. The things I would do for a Bogard named attack. Let's see. I talked a lot about what Abdullah put in his super chat, but I don't know if I saw him respond again afterwards. Did he say something else that I missed? Because I don't want to miss the response. Barry said, "Oh my god, I had this feeling like something's been missing in its chin." Oh yeah, I mean it's super late for Chin. We lost. We're definitely, we've got the United States savages in full effect here, but anybody that's in Europe or further down, I don't know how many how many of you guys are in here. Even right now, it's like, it's 6:28 my time. It's 9 on the East Coast. It's got to be like 2 or something in Europe. Like in this, various parts of Europe. 3:30 in Maui. That's a good time. Haven't seen Conrad and Evo. Yeah, because it's late for them. Kev Dog said Bello, Betty, and Karasu were just added in Bounty Rush. And we're getting a Kuma Ivankov flashback. Revolutionary Army stocks are high to show up again. They also had Inazuma and Hack. I don't know. The Karasu looks lame, and the Bello Betty is just there, but I did pull for Inazuma, and like the Inazuma's tough. like the scissor wall they create. Like, I love that. Brandon said Rox is Roger's brother. Like Roger's name changed. His real name is Goldie Rocks. Goldilocks? Yo, what?
Surprise, motherfucker.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I was actually going to suggest that Rox was like related more on the monkey side of all of it, but you know, like Garp's brother or Garp's cousin or something. But that's interesting. Thank you, Lucia. Thanks, Dark Glacier. Thanks, Rodent.
Savage.
Sneaky said, I'm from Europe. It's 3:30 a.m. here. Wow. (2:30 a.m. in the Netherlands. 2:30 in Western Europe. 000 in the Matrix. Appreciate that, Abraham Cervantes. Said long-time lurker, happy birthday, thank you. Goldilocks. That's the first time I'm hearing that, and that's a good one. That's a good one, and you know, we got bears here. We got Bartholomew Bear. Roger showed up to Laughdale and he couldn't find the porridge that was just right. He was too early. Everything was cold or too hot. No, it was probably too cold. Wait, if he's too early, it's too hot, but the joke doesn't work. That's kind of interesting. Shintya said, what if Shanks is of Figureland descent, but also a child of Rox? They stole him from Rox and he's there to get him back. So you would be implying that Rox was a celestial dragon from from one of the original families, and that they decided to become a pirate and were from the Figureland family, had Shanks, and they're there to get Shanks back because he was in the chest. How long did this baby survive in a chest? Going all the way from the New World to the West Blue. Crazier things in One Piece have happened. But I don't know. It's an interesting idea, but I don't know. I don't know if I want him to be a royal. Emil said, unfortunately, Mama Bear and Papa Bear are dead. Damn. The Three Bears. Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Kuma, Clap, and unnamed mom. Goldilocks and the three Kumas. We're getting savage tonight. Nights. Alright. Let's do a reread and then we'll start winding things down. Because at some point I've got to record, and at this point the analysis is going to be done by tomorrow, but, you know, try and get it out quick on Tuesday. Don't forget that late night chat is wild. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of anime episodes that I want to watch too. I gotta set up a stream at some point to catch up on some of these. Like, I gotta watch the Tama flashback. I gotta see the Sukiyaki reveal. They're gonna get to the Cross Guild soon. That one, like, we're definitely doing, like, when it airs. The Cross Guild episode, we're doing that live. Like 10:58. That's live. I gotta hear my boy come in with the Kev said thoughts on Gloriosa. Bro, you're gonna have to check the VOD when I got to that page, bro, because that's one of my biggest reactions I've ever had in a chapter ever. Like, it was so insane. It was so insane. I had so many people in the last video I did, they were like, this dude just named everyone. I didn't name Gloriosa. I didn't even think about that. I was saying Shaki. Oda came through with with a heater that I was not expecting, and I am happy. I am glad. That's what I love. That's what we're here for. That's what I need. Oh, damn. Brandon said, what if Gloriosa had a kid with Kaido? He wanted a boy, but didn't know Amazonians can only have women. Explains Yamato's whole deal. But why wait? Gloriosa has got to be, like, twice Kaido's age at this point. Like, Gloriosa has to be in her 40s. No. She should be in her 60s here. She's a One Piece 60 here, where she looks like she's 40. Because Shaki is 40. So anyway, looking deeper here at the first page, we've got the Holy Knights standing amongst the chests. You can see them silhouetted there with Figureland in the middle. So Oda definitely has design ideas for what these guys look like, and some of them look crazy, and I'm really excited to, like, not only, I just want to see what they look like eventually. I wonder if these are the Holy Knights that we're seeing. Is that what people are thinking? I definitely buy that this person that is part of the Manmeyer family is a Holy Knight. But are these other people Holy Knights? Like this one, like you won't win this one Garling with the 46 on his face. Is that a Holy Knight? Is this other woman underneath him a Holy Knight? Ramon said didn't mention Streusen either. I did. I pointed Streusen out immediately. When I was looking at the panel, I caught Streusen in the cut. Yeah. Easy to miss for sure, but he's there. Inya Crackhole said, speaking of 450, did you see the Spacey on page 1? Crazy reveals this chapter. The Spacey? Like the Celestial Dragon? Spacey, like from the moon? Talking about the moon people? Missing the correlation to 1096 on that one. But anyway, let's see. I want to see what everybody's saying about these. Barry said her sister is finally talking about starting the manga. Finally. Oh yeah, we didn't see Higuarashi, but she's got to be there too. Shaki is 64 now, but during God Valley, she was like 38 or 40. I got these ages written down. I got receipts. All right. Shaki, actually 26. She's 26 at this time. I got the ages. I got the ages right here. Okay, I'm ready for God Valley. I'm ready. We'll bring this back, in 7 years when we get the rest of this. I was confusing her with Stussy, who's 38. Let's see. Oh, it said a minute in your list. Oh yeah, I didn't actually. I didn't mention Streusen being on rocks, but I feel like we talked about it before. I didn't put it in the video. I'm not gonna sit here and claim that I was expecting it, but it was kind of implied that he was a part of it when we saw the little bits and pieces of Big Mom's flashback. Kev Dog messaged me and said, people are speculating the two characters you're talking about are these kids from the Big Mom flashback. Kid with the crown and the kid with the mask. We've talked about these kids before and the possibility of them surviving. And we've also talked about it from the perspective of the kid with the mask being CP0 and all that. But we've actually seen a bunch of characters with masks like that. Oda's like falling back to that style a few times, so I don't know. I don't know how much I can trust it. I am Iron Joey said, please change your channel name to Randy Troy. That's what the second channel is. Shout out to Saj Saab, who said, before you start, reread. Congratulations, Randy, on you know what. I am ecstatic for you and can only imagine how much it all means to you. Insane W. Emil said, what do you prefer, Dragon Eva or Hormones Kaido? Hormones Kaido would be wild, especially if like you just keep stimming yourself, get buff, all this kind of stuff. Hell, Kaido doing a hell wink. Ivankov being able to turn into a dragon, it's just like that's a wild moment. That's wild. You know, the butterfly effect is crazy. Mark said, also shout out Randy because my mom thinks his fit is fire. Birthday suit. Shout out to Mama Chrissy. Mr. Bushido 56 said, with all that rabbit hunting talk, I'm calling it Carrot Return by 1098. You got a lot of theories that hit, my man. You do.
Savage.
I don't know about that one. Know about that one. Carrot will return. You know, it's like the end of a Marvel movie. We just don't know when. Ron, Ross, Tuvia. Curious if someone mentioned Mihawk's line, I don't hunt rabbits with cannons. It's a Mihawk the Celestial question mark. The photo of him as a kid, he's in tattered clothes. So what would make more sense to me is if Mihawk was here as a 6-year-old and was treated as a rabbit, but then grew from it and then had the dream to be better than all of them. Like, saw Figureland or something. It was just like, I'm gonna be better than that guy. So I don't know. You create a dream out of the moment. But I like the idea of it informing something in Mihawk's past. I like that. Trevor M said, respectfully, did you skip my super chat? I skipped nothing of the sort. I just missed it. But I see it here. Trevor M. Rock's flag symbol right behind Kuma when he says he wants to be like Nika. Is the assumption pretty much that Rock has the fruit at this point? Happy birthday. Thank you, Trevor. And sorry that I miss it. If I missed anyone else's or anything, please do not hesitate to let me know. Because the last thing I want is to get through a stream and then I didn't read one. Let's see. Mr. Bushido said Moria was a Rock's apprentice at 12. I don't know if I like it just because of the Kaido connection of it all. Moria's from the West Blue, so I just need Moria to be a resident of God Valley. That's it. Like someone that's a part of this game as well and gets their fruit from the chests. Someone saved by Kuma. And, we get like a different angle of it at a later time. And then it recontextualizes their interactions in Thriller Bark. Rox's flag symbol behind Kuma when he says he wants to be like Nika. This little flame. Let me see how deliberate that is. I like the idea of the symbolism, Trevor, but I don't know if it's actually that. And as far as like the assumption that Rox has the Hito Hito no Mi model Nika, a lot of people think so. I think that he could be a Lunarian. I think he needs to be some sort of an oppressed race. Because of the Flaming Skull, he either has the Hito Hito no Mi model Nika, the Mera Mera. Does he have the Kage Kage? And then when he dies, that's how Moria gets it. But we also Top Goon mentioned what if he has the Memo fruit, Pudding's fruit, which I really loved because it fits my own personal agendas. Hey, thanks, Carmelo. Brandon, I saw you ping me in Manga Zone. Can you drop it in general? I don't like to jump into Manga Zone until after the stream because then I can't hit the auto button to go to like everything I haven't read for the past week. It's just like my own like personal quirk. I like to read everything everybody was talking about after the stream, and then, but if I go into it too early and then go back into it, then I have to like scroll. Rox has the chop chop fruit. That also feeds agenda. I would love if Rox had the chop chop fruit. I would love that. I would love that. Let's get back to this reread. So for the time being, I'm going to assume that these are the Holy Knights. Manmeyer, 46, and Ruffles. Child died. Kong made his first appearance since like probably chapter 596 or something. 592, whatever it is. Garp is wild. Like he's like, is he on like Kuka Island? Like the holiday island at the beginning of the Grand Line that Baroque Works was at? He's just laying on a lounge chair and there's just like two girls sitting in a pool nearby. Garp, what you getting into? 40-year-old Garp? Okay, he's already got his scar at this point. Damn. I just realized that this one guy got shot in the head, and that's why his hat is flying off. Or maybe he got shot in the back and his hat is flying. I don't know. There's like smoke coming from the back of his head, though. This is so terrible. Because they're all chained up, just running. And they're being hunted like it would. Concocted this murder game to drive off the inhabitants of this island so they can take its resources. This island had 100,000 people on it. No break week? Dope. World governments gotta go. They gotta go. What is the connection here? So I'm on the Figureland page, right? Where he's dashing and he's already got 100,000 points. And then there's a snail. Now, is this a video transponder snail? And then the next panel is people cheering at Marijoa because they're like watching the game? Like they're watching the Hunger Games? Jenny is resourceful AF. Just tapping into the snails. Alejandro said that's 100% what I think. TD in the Attic said, yep, bingo. Shout out to the 3-day trip. Appreciate dropping the links.
You loyal.
Alejandro Salas, member for 5 months, said 13-year-old made a canon event like it was nothing. Yeah. I want to know where Ginny learned this. I'm a pro at thieving, tapping, and transmissions. If Ginny is a pro at thieving, tapping, and transmissions, that tells me that Ginny is going to be pretty instrumental in the beginning of the Revolutionary Army and the Freedom Fighters. So I think in the next chapter, we're going to see Dragon. We're going to see the start of the Freedom Fighters. Ginny using these abilities to further their cause. I think we'll get to the point of O'Hara. See Kuma become a king. Ginny and Kuma have Bonnie.
Savage.
That's all 1097. Or maybe it bleeds into 1098. 1098 is how Kuma became a tyrant. Ginny's death and Vegapunk, and then like everything dealing with Bonnie. Wrap up 1099. 1099 ends with Kuma arriving in Egghead to face down Saturn. 1100 is Kuma sacrificing himself against Saturn. Dragon arrives in Egghead. Those are my predictions. Baby Pluto N said, Ginny is Morgan's disciple per two-piece agenda. Shine Ye Yint said, and also happy birthday, just got here. Appreciate that. Oh, Shine Ye Yint also said, what do you think of the idea of Kuma taking all the pain for so many years and use that pain to kill Saturn? Pain needs to go in and he needs to hit Saturn with the pain. I need Kuma to die and I need him to take Saturn with him. Like that would be great. Like we have the 5 Gorosei and one of them is taken up by Kuma. Chef's kiss. Like, what Ginny is doing here just has Revolutionary Army, like, just all over it. This chapter is so dense. It's so good. So good. Thank you, Oda. Thank you.
It's about to get spicy.
So, Gloriosa and Stussy seem to have like some sort of rivalry. What if Gloriosa was in love with Whitebeard? Saw someone bring up Gloriosa had a thing for rocks, right? I bet you her love sickness is actually for Whitebeard. Not so fast, Rocks. Who said I was your follower, fool? Stussy says, "Oh, Newgate, not you too." Gloriosa says, "Don't be so pathetic, Stussy," implying that Whitebeard and Gloriosa both are on like the outs with Rocks, right? Stussy says, "Same to you, Gloriosa." I don't know. Now I need to go back. I need to go back to Amazon Lily because she was dropping the knowledge about, you know, Ace and all this stuff. I need to see if there was like a spark when Whitebeard's name came up, like not even just for this love sickness thing, but just like I need to know that Oda had this planned back then, or this is just like a random thing that he just came up with. Shout out to Redstone Days who said happy birthday. Appreciate you. Very motivated. Said, Randy, gonna need a shout out to our new channel mom, Miss Little, Chrissy's mom. I did a shout out earlier, but yes. She can have 50 shout outs. Shout out to Miss Little. Miss Little. Mama Chrissy. Appreciate you. Appreciate Mark. Good man. I think I missed part of the chat that dealt with Miss Little. I caught like a little bit of it, but I every time I look, there's something a little bit else going on.
Savage.
Oh, Tasha Liz said, Jiggy, can Randy see me? I can see you. Nick Page said, happy birthday, Randy. Thanks, Nick. This little said, it's your birthday, Randy. Happy birthday. On Tuesday. But, you know, we're celebrating a little early here. Because I'm not gonna see everybody here on Tuesday, most likely. So we normally hang out on Sundays. Alejandro Salas said, I don't know if you're on the boat that Thriller Bark equals Got Valley. Frankie uses tall pillars as nunchucks that look like The same as the platform where the chests are. I mean, I'm not against it because I think that that's
Savage.
I talked about it earlier because I need Moria to be here. Moria's from the West Blue, and if Thriller Bark is God Valley, then that explains like how he has these corpses. So now what we need is the other side of this when we eventually get Garp's POV or somebody else's POV, and we see like Captain John, the Wolverine guy, four-armed gunslinger, Silver Axe, and the guy everybody thought was Wang Zhu that is not. Like, they all need to die during this. And what a way to gas up someone like Figureland if he's one of the like the main culprits, or realistically all of these Holy Knights, because they're going to be some of our final opponents in the end game. So that's going to be really good. Shout out to Emil who said, "What if Saturn absorbs Kuma's memories? Experiencing what it is like from the other side might give him some empathy." Ooh, Emil. That would hit so hard given what he says here too. Are you important, sir? Like, what makes you important? Like, see. I want you to see what you put us through. I want you to feel it. And then like he has this eye-opening moment before Kuma kill. Oh man, I need that. Emil, that's awesome.
Someone cooked here.
My guy Luke, what's up, buddy? Said, you get any predictions for who the two unnamed members of the Rocks Pirates are? So you're talking about the ones in the like the corner, the bottom corner of that spread. So so a lot of these guys were the general zombies at Thriller Bark. So if you go back to chapters 450 or 452, you'll see a lot of these guys. You'll see Captain John, even as a zombie, swigging back. You'll see this guy with the armor and the long beard. You'll see the four-armed gunslinger in 450. You'll see the Wolverine guy all the way in the back. So Moria's hatred for Kaido would have led him to seek out the remains of, you know, these guys. Or if Thriller Bark is God Valley, then it makes sense how he just had these bodies. But I like it if it was like Kaido killed my crew, so now I'm like gonna resurrect his old crew. But then, so the shadowy guy on the bottom left is either this four-armed gunslinger with the bowler hat in the back behind Kaido, or to feed the agenda from the last video I made and just to be cool, as if it was Dr. Hero. Like, I really love that, because he was a thief that operated in the West Blue. So if he was part of God Valley, got out, then that's cool. That's cool. So that's for you, Luke, if you're still here. Jacob said, Oda blessed you on the birthday stream for real. Though this chapter is heater. That's what we've been waiting for. Matter of fact, I've got buttons for this.
This is exactly what I've been waiting for. This is exactly what I've been waiting for.
We've been talking about it. Luke said, I'm here, bud. Happy early B-Day. Thanks, man. So many birthdays in the chat. Thank you, guys.
Randy, yeah.
Fastest modding in channel history. Write that in the logbook. Rating for the chapter? Like... a million. Like, this God Valley. It's God Valley! Do I think Captain John will be an Usopp mirror? He's a swordsman. I would actually think the four-armed gunslinger would be the Usopp mirror more than anything. Luke said, posted earlier in the chat, but love the revelation that the Rock's attack was not random, but recovering stolen treasure. The nobles brought this on themselves. Yeah, but I want something deeper still. I want it to be just a little bit deeper than that. I like it, but I want Rocks to have a specific target. You know, primarily the world government in the first place. Like, he was always going after them, but then it's like now they, you know, went ahead and did this. The interesting thing to note here as well, right, now that I'm looking at this, is Whitebeard has his own mark on his hat, and Big Mom has her mark on her hat, implying that these guys still have their own crews going around. So this is all just temporary alliance type stuff. Shout out to Great Peace for the little super with nothing written. Miss Little said, well, it was wonderful meeting you all. Happy to be a mod. Might come back when I finally read. Thank you all for the kind words. Bye-bye. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Let's see. Finally moving on to the next page of this reread. Rocks pirates have made landfall. Recruits converging from all over. How to get out? It was top secret. How did it get out? This is top secret. It's crazy if Ginny is the reason that God Valley happened in the first place. Like, the fact that Rox and Roger is there is because Ginny, like, sent the message out. Like that, I feel like that's the implication here. Love Roger with the hat. It's been a whole year. Do you have any idea how I've felt all this time? gonna be a wild one. What does that line mean? What's everybody's read on this Roger line? It's been a whole year. Do you have any idea how I've felt all this time? What's that? What is that in reference to? That he lost to Rox once. It's been a whole year since they fought Rox. Yeah, I guess that's a decent interpretation of it. A year ago, he found Lodestar. So then, going backwards to this Rocks page, are they all just talking about Roger then? I feel like that's the Occam's razor now. I just know that fool Rocks will lose sight of the goal. Because he wants to fight too. Once he knows Roger is there, he's going to stop going after the stuff and try and fight Roger. There's no deeper goal now. That's what it seems like. He's just going to fight Roger. Whitebeard saying we have to be certain first that Roger's even here. I hope it's deeper than that. I hope it's something different. Or, no, wait. Because they don't talk about Roger until Kaido. I hear Roger's on the move. He's the last man I'll let. Today's the final fight, I assume. Settle it once and for all. Yeah. I want it to be deeper, but it seems a little simpler than that. Wow, I didn't even realize we've been going for 3 hours, guys. Ugh. But I mean, this is a 3-hour chapter. This is wild. I think the last time we went this long with a chapter in the first place was I don't know, 10:44 or something. I mean, I think we did 4 hours for that. Big Mom jumping in there is crazy. Who stops Saturn from killing Kuma, though? That's what I need to see. Because this was all great, but then somehow they just get away. And he saves 500 people in the process. Alright, Sorbet Kingdom. only news story is the legend of Garp's heroics. They won't print anything else. So it's definitely a Smoker Alabasta situation. Still have a lot of people in here. It's crazy that Morgan's is writing when he is 15 years old, though. Kuma's such a good dude. I love Kuma. I don't know. Kuma's creeping into the top 5. Hands of Liberation. That's so crazy. The detail on this church in Sorbet is chef's kiss. Love that. I've been playing too much Spider-Man 2 because all I can think of is the bell at the top of the church affecting the symbiotes. As long as I live, I'll never forget your face.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
He no longer has the facilities for that. Never forget your face.
You lying? Why you always lying?
So long, my friends. This chapter is amazing.
Savage.
Man. What a chapter. Alright, I finished the reread. I love this. Mark said, I really can't get over Kuma not forgetting Eva's face, but forgetting. Man only dies when he's forgotten. Good thing there's a lot of other people that remember Ivankov. Let's see. start wrapping things up here. Ty said, I gotta run crew. It's been great kicking it for another night stream. Appreciate you, Ty. Oh, man. Have the Rangers keep crushing it. Shout out to Ramon, who said, the fact that the paws of Kuma are rubbery make that line hands of liberation. Chef's kiss.
Another one.
It's true. That's a good point. That's a good point. Shout out to Skylar H for rejoining. Appreciate you.
And another one.
Studio G said, happy birthday, Captain. Prime Randy era. Is that what this era is going to be named? 3 days dropping the links. Appreciate that. Silas said they made a Gear 5 pumpkin. It's in the Discord. Gotta check that out. I think I got all of the supers. Oh, shout out to Roger. Roger's in here. Said happy early birthday, Randy. Thanks, brother. Thanks, man. Missed that earlier. That's interesting. Skylar said, just an idea. What if Shanks and Garling are brothers? Their parents could be immortal. Just an idea. Interesting. Krishnan talking about what we talked about earlier. You know, just double down on this because it feeds the VV agenda. Panel where Ginny visualizes the paw fruit, the same way as Robin, as a cat with a paw. And Guardian of Alabasta, Sea Cat. Talking about that there. Kuma fruit will be revealed to be a mythical Zoan cat, which is interesting. Haven't heard that. Luke said, all I know, Jay Garcia gonna catch some hands of liberation in the coming chapters. Definitely, by 1099, there's gonna be some hands of liberation getting thrown around. So next week is gonna be all about expanding upon the relationship between Ginny and Kuma. Is going to be the formation of the Freedom Fighters, I believe, because now it's time to bring Dragon into this equation. I think that the point of this flashback is to speed run through Kuma's life. So he still has a couple of things he's got to hit. He's got to become the King of Sorbet. He's got to meet Dragon and become part of the Freedom Fighters. O'Hara needs to happen, and then he's part of the Revolutionary Army. Or Kuma was never part of the Freedom Fighters, but I think he was. And then he only joins after O'Hara. Kuma supposedly at some point needs to become a pirate. So he needs to get ousted as a tyrant from Sorbet, which will probably happen after Ginny's death. It'd be interesting if Bonnie's crew members that are introduced here, which I do have to double check back in the archipelago, but I think it was Brandon who mentioned it. If they were originally on Kuma's crew and then joined Bonnie as kind of like a way to protect her, that's interesting. But anyway, like specifically 1098, I think will bring us into the freedom fighters of it all, and O'Hara, Revolutionary Army, Ginny's like expertise with tapping and transmissions being instrumental in the setting up the communications relays that the Revolutionary Army has to this day. Maybe she invents the black transponder snail or something, or the white transponder snail, whichever one that the Revolutionary Army has that nobody else has. And 1098, I think, is like death of Ginny and stuff with Bonnie. 1099, either the end of 1098 or like midway into 1099 or the end of 1099. Midway, I don't know. Zoto probably would want to end a chapter with it, like Kuma crashing down and a big paw inside of Egghead in front of Saturn. You know what would be great? If he lands and he stands up in front of Saturn and says, "Excuse me, sir, are you important?" Yo, that's what I need. I need that. I need that. I need that. Because that's the line right there. Are you important, mister? Oh, I need that. Yo, make Kuma a salve, please. Please. Oh, Dizza said, just realized this is our third time celebrating Randy's birthday on stream. Yeah. Because I wasn't streaming, because I did a birthday analysis before that. I think 994 was my first YouTube birthday thing, but I didn't start streaming until 997. Yeah. That's crazy. Oh yeah, let me look at this Ivankov thing before we wrap things up. Hey. I like that that pumpkin, Silas. Looks great. Yo. This Ivankov Kaido thing is amazing. That is a phenomenal drawing. Definitely going in the analysis. Do we know the artist? Because I want to credit the artist. If you guys haven't seen this Ivankov dragon thing, it'll be in the video, but it's also in the Discord. That time flies. He's still a newborn. He's very much going to be a 3-year-old in 2 months. Yeah. Finally got him into Batman. That was a big thing I was like trying to do. And then we've been watching a lot of Bat Wheels. And then from that, I finally got him into Batman the Animated Series. And he walks around and he goes, "I'm Batman." My son, as a Christian Bale Batman impression, he hasn't even watched any of those movies, but I just do it. I'm just like, "I'm Batman," and then he imitates me, and I love it. He's already into One Piece, so like that's already covered. I already got that, but I needed to get him into Batman. He was into Spider-Man, like Marvel stuff, but it's good stuff. As I said, Batman the Animated Series, greatest depiction of a hero. Don't at me. Well, I'll at you. I'll at you to say I agree. And the continuation of that is the Arkham video game universe. It's the same writers, it's the same people, so it's the greatest depiction. David Chung said, how's the strike going? I know they still need to negotiate. This is a temporary. So the writers are done. We're back to work. We are off strike as writers. The actors are still on strike. They have been at the table every single day this, I don't know, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They've been working through the weekend. So the hope is that they're working through the weekend because they're like at the end of this. And then once SAG is done striking, things in the industry will really be able to move again. Who said, "Oh, it's 3"? He's not yet. At the end of December, still 2.80 or something. I don't know. Thanks, Top Goon. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. I'm gonna start ending the stream, wrapping things up here. This was a phenomenal chapter, phenomenal stream. I am so blessed to have this community and all of you guys here to celebrate this chapter and basically have an online birthday party. And I thanks, guys. It's so cool. I don't know. Hard to find the words. Really, really hard to find the words, guys. Just know that I appreciate all of you. And love our community. So I'm excited to get into 1097. I'm gonna take an L on Smoker appearing in 1097, but we're in the heat of this Kuma flashback here. But I'm not taking an L on Dragon, and I doubt I'm gonna take the L on VV in 1103. Oda definitely has forgotten about Smoker. How do you forget someone this cool? Come on! Whatever. Dizza said we don't math here. That's right, even though I'm the math piece guy now. But, I'm not doing that on the fly. I'm doing that with a calculator, Yeah. Past 3.5, 4 years, whatever that, been this is my 4th online birthday as a YouTuber, 3rd on stream. It's crazy. It's crazy. Time really does fly. All right, I have a lot of stuff to do. I gotta figure out what this video is gonna be, and I gotta eat. Gotta eat something. Gotta have some dinner. And I gotta say hi to Chrissy because she's been gone for the past few days. So, thanks, guys. Appreciate you. I'll see you guys here for 1097 next Sunday at our normal time. So, 9:15ish. And then, is this Saturday, this Saturday coming up, is that going to be the chapter where they reveal like the Cross Guild poster? Because we might have to do something for that. And then when they animate 1058, because I think if they just did I don't know. Not yet. Sway's saying yes. If it is that, then we'll do a late night stream for the episode because I want to see what the colors of it are. I want to see. I'm so excited to see what like Crocodile's drip is post time skip. And the next episode is Shanks stuff. All right, Shanks with the hockey. We'll figure it out. Whenever that is, we'll get back into the anime for a little. Yes, Symbala. I will, Barry. Alright, guys. Appreciate you.
I've been swimming deep, deep. Savage.